I've got a couple of layers here. I'm going to turn off my base layer because this is the portion of the project that I want to export as a raster image to then bring into Illustrator. It'll look really nice and crisp in Illustrator. And I'm going to export these in a couple of layers because I want the trees to have shadows, and it's easier just to have them as separate layers. So I'm going to turn off my street trees and my stormwater trees. And I'm going to let this become one layer. And I'm just going to go File, Export. And I'm just going to call it layer 1. It'll take just a second. And now I've got that one done. And I'm going to close all of these. And I'm going to export. Actually, I'm going to export these as a separate layer. And I'm just going to call it layer 2. And export as, like export as PNG and call it layer 2. Think about it for a second. And we are done with that portion. So now this is what it looks like finished, but I will show you how to bring this in, and we'll just turn off the layers. I've got in here trees. I made a shadow layer. This is the tree shadow layer. And part of that was just, I wanted to make sure that the trees really popped out. And the only thing I did with this was, so I've got the image, the tree image in there already, but this group is basically just a bunch of circles, and they have an opacity of 40. This, I made them kind of this dark gray color. So with that, and I'm going to turn off this umbrella. And I made this fountain. I wanted to add something to this lawn area, so I wanted to make a fountain. But I'm going to open those two, layer 1 and layer 2, and just make shift and open. Those are going to open as separate files here. And I'm just going to select this, and Command 0 will get you your entire artboard. This should be the exact same size since we didn't change the size of anything. And I'm going to hit Edit, Copy. And then I'm just going to paste it right into the new plaza layer. And hit paste. And actually, if I wanted to do paste in place, you can see that this is the same size as this artboard. I can either get it into place using this alignment series, or I can just sort of eyeball it. So my layer 2 is in there. I'm going to copy, and then the other thing that I could do, and this is trees, I'm going to name this so that I don't lose it. Very important. And then I could edit, paste in place. And so that's my plaza. And I like to call it image so that I know it's an image. And then all I have to do is move it down, and voila, we have a rendered site plan. It's that easy. You do most of your work in Photoshop, and then you just pop it back into Illustrator. You have a nice crisp image. I love the way that the contours are showing through, so you're really getting a feel for what's happening underneath the street here. I've got my shading around the buildings. I've got my shading around the trees. I'm going to turn on the layers that I had, the fountain and the umbrellas, because that gives it a little bit more liveliness. But now I'm ready to draw my section. So with that, short and sweet, we're going to get on with drawing our section.